What's good, y'all, man? We back with another video, man. Say we got a compilation of car crashes and things like. I ain't do a video like this in a minute though. You know what I'm saying? 2 car crash totaled. 2 cars are total and crash. I'm tripping. Let's get into it, man. See what happens. I ain't do a compilation in a minute though.
The clip you're about to see was sent directly to Wham Bam Dashcam,
including the insane accidents,
dumb drivers, and plenty.
That was nasty right there. 20.
Chris was headed to get a haircut when the driver of a Nissan Rogue failed to yield and turned across his lane. Chris stood on the brake pedal, but it wasn't enough.
Woo woo. Woo woo. That jump crazy. Oh, this the most replayed too. Yeah, right. See that bit again.
Chris stood on the brake.
You never know when an accident gonna happen. See me, bro. My driver IQ, bro. My driving skill, bro. He pulling right here. If there's no car behind me right here to the right side, you know what I'm saying, like right here, bro. I'm pulling to the right. I'm gone, bro. Like, look, I'm gonna slow it down for y'all. Look.
It wasn't
he driving, boom. He pulling right there, pull to the right. You could have easily pulled to the right, bro. Like, people drive IQ low, bro. You could have been pulled to the right though, man. Y'all let me know if I'm tripping, bro. He could have been pulled to the right though. But no, that happened instead. Hey, man.
When Chris's 1997 Toyota 4Runner slammed into the Rogue SUV, the impact sent the Toyota onto its side and totaled both vehicles. Chris was able to climb out of his car's sunroof with the help of some bikers who witnessed the crash. Both vehicles had to be towed away, and Chris is sad that his 4Runner was wrecked with the odometer fewer than 4,000 miles away from 500,000 miles. When police arrived, they found a Nissan driver at fault. Chris used the insurance settlement to buy a 2005 4Runner, 8 years newer than the last one.
I mean, hey, at least you got new, remember?
I told you with our new extreme.
At least you got something new. Number 19.
Robert was driving his Jeep Gladiator when he approached a traffic light.
Gladiator is crazy.
Left a gap for an SUV to exit a driveway, so Robert stopped to avoid hitting them.
Oh, man.
Unfortunately, the driver of a Mustang driving up the
But I feel like, bro, in these type of cases, if the driver like the car right here, the car that's looking forward, he should be waving at the Cadillac. Is that a Cadillac? I think it's a Cadillac. He should be waving at the Cadillac saying, "Hey man, don't go," or "Yeah man, go," or "Don't go," because he can't really see what you can in your rear view. So you gotta help him out. You know what I'm saying? But hey, and instead. This happened. Instead, this happened.
The SUV and ran into it, even while slamming on the brakes. Robert gave a copy of his dashcam footage to the police.
But hey, man, I don't know.
He was headed to a thrift store when he got into.
Hey, this just recorded in. This just recorded in. Oh, that boy tripping. I mean, at least it went on accident.
Headlights and couldn't see that the
at least it went on accident
ended, and a new one began with an island between them. He dodged the pole in the middle, and thankfully, only his alignment was damaged.
That ain't bad.
This submitter asked to remain anonymous, and
anyway, he going fast.
He was driving over 70 miles per hour in a 40 mile per hour residential zone on his way to see
that's what I'm saying, but he going fast.
When he approached a roundabout, traffic ahead of him was yielding for traffic in the roundabout. Even though he hit the brakes and tried to swerve,
that nigga is speeding. I ain't gonna lie. And this just a video, bro. We just seen the playback. And this not even real time. He is going fast as hell.
Lost all
but I ain't gonna need to say nothing.
Action. Still going 50 miles per hour, he slammed into an Amazon van. He's filed an insurance claim, but he doesn't know yet if the car is totaled.
He done for, my boy. He done
This
for.
emitter looked in his rearview mirror and spotted the driver of a Ram truck road raging against the driver of a Porsche. The pickup driver repeatedly tried passing the Porsche in the bike lane before finally turning onto another road. It looks like the drivers traded words before the pickup drove off. I know someone is going to be upset by how
Bruh, this is always, bruh, something always going
it's
on,
probably
bruh.
the same person who thinks I pronounce huracan.
I swear it's not that serious, bruh. Anybody who got road rage when you trying to pull inside me, bro, I'm not doing no talking. Don't pull inside me, bro. Do not pull inside me. I'm telling you right now. Do not pull inside me, bro. I'm not doing no talking with you, bro. No.
Incorrectly, and they probably live in Nevada. Evan was driving down a highway when a Hyundai driver, distracted by an accident seen on the left, suddenly swerved into Evan's lane to avoid rear-ending a Mini Cooper.
Man, this out here crazy. So did he get hit? Oh, he trying to keep driving.
Evan dodged onto the shoulder to avoid being sideswiped, but he wasn't sure if contact had been made. Thankfully, he couldn't find any damage to his Jeep Grand Cherokee after
And then they just keep on driving like everything good. But what is be getting my nerves, boy?
Paul was driving in Tijuana, Mexico, in an area notorious for reckless drivers. While the driver behind him was looking down at her phone, she rear-ended Paul's Kia Rio.
Man, it's on crazy, bro.
The Mazda had no front license plate. It had a California plate in the back, but was unregistered in Mexico and uninsured. It's no surprise that the driver and her passenger fled the scene, leaving Paul to pay a $1,000 deductible. He told us the police are looking for them, so if you know who they are, let us know and we'll
They fled the
pass it
scene.
along.
Oh, nah, I'm on ad. We don't do that around here. Nah, we on ad.
Chris was heading
No,
to cross the
sir.
border into Canada when he encountered another driver who'd evidently decided to stay in the United States.
I drove the wrong way.
Where he going?
The highway.
Man, tripping.
Oops. Chris wonders if the guy
Like, well, you know what? I ain't going to Canada. He just turn around.
one-way signs and asked us if they needed to be bigger and or redder.
That's crazy. I'm not watching this anymore.
Then Cat was headed home from work and had stopped at a red light when a RAV4 driver decided to cut across active traffic and run the red light.
Like, what be wrong with people, bro? I feel like these be NPCs who be glitching out, bro. The Matrix have to do better with their NPC. They need to upgrade their players, bro. You got them glitching out, running red lights and jump, running stop signs, man. Upgrade y'all players, man. What y'all doing?
The driver of the Toyota SUV forced their way across the intersection before driving
I just can't be a real person, right? Can't be a real person. I don't get it.
off. Venkat told us they love the Wham Bam channels, and this was their first Wham Bam moment since buying a dash cam. Nathaniel was driving to class when a driver up ahead of him stopped, probably trying to figure out how to turn left around the scene of a previous collision.
Damn dash cam, here I come.
Sadly, the driver right behind them was rubbernecking and rear-ended the SUV. Remember, when you see any dangerous situation while driving,
But people be so worried, like I said in my last video, people be so worried about what's going on over there. You need to worry about what's in front of you before you be in the same situation. Goofy, not look at
attention
you.
in every direction. Nathaniel
Well, I
asked
tell you,
us to
boy.
shout out his roommates Jake and Miguel and told us they watch Wham Bam videos together all the time.
Wham bam, dash
Morgan was
cam.
waiting in a left turn lane behind a Tesla Model 3. When the light
Yeah, I already
turned
know
green,
the Teslas
the
can't
other driver
drive,
didn't
boy.
move, so Morgan gave them a friendly honk. What they did next makes them this week's Tesla behaving badly.
Tesla man can't drive that. Tesla man can't drive that.
After both drivers had made a U-turn, the Model 3 driver intentionally cut Morgan off and stayed ahead of him.
Well, what did you own, bro? Like,
Eventually
bro,
forcing him
see,
to a
stuff like that, bro. This jump might not ever happen to me,
complete
bro.
stop,
I'm
even
not
though
doing.
there
I'm
was
not,
no
bro.
traffic ahead. Eventually, Morgan was able to get ahead of the Tesla driver, but then he followed Morgan until he was able to again cut him off and brake check him.
Like, why? Like, what did you
was able to
own,
get
bro?
away from the road raging Tesla driver, but by
See, I'd have been pulled to a parking lot, hey, bro. Come over here real quick. You tweaking.
and
Did
he
you
was
watch?
already on the phone with 911. He ended up making a police report, including his dashcam footage as evidence, and he's now waiting for a follow-up. George was on his way home from work when he was nearly hit by a taxi driver who drove across every lane to make his exit.
Dang, bro. You a taxi driver and you can't drive? Bro,
George
niggas,
was
man,
shocked at how
niggas.
close the taxi got to hitting his car, but his quick swerve made the difference and prevented any contact from being made.
So you gotta be smart when you driving,
Kalen
man.
was headed north on I-495.
Sometimes you gotta drive with
when he
other
merged
people.
right in anticipation of slowdowns in the left lane. A few seconds later, he watched a pickup truck rear-end a sedan.
Wow.
Kalen didn't stick around due to the bad traffic, but he remarked that he finally had some collision footage after being a commuter in DC for almost a year.
She jump crazy, bro.
I'm sorry, did you not think 2 road rage clips was enough? Well, here comes another one. Mustafa was driving toward Modesto when a pickup driver suddenly cut him off. When the pickup driver began brake checking him, Mustafa tried
Why?
to
Like,
get out
what be wrong with, bro? What?
from behind him, but the pickup driver kept swerving back in front of him.
I don't get it,
He
bro.
then
Like, what
sped
bro
off, and
on, bro?
Mustafa
Like, what
returned
what
to
is
the left
wrong,
lane.
bro?
Mustafa can't figure out why
up,
he did
bro?
this. I'm not justifying the
Oh,
pickup
shit,
driver's
man,
actions,
tripping.
but I think his reasons are pretty obvious. Let
Like,
Mustafa
bro.
know your theory in the comments below.
What? Bro, what? Anyways, bro, we going to the video, bro.
Logan was going around 50
Bro,
miles per
these video games are getting trashed and trashed by the.
hour when a Jeep driver pulled out in front of him. Logan made an evasive maneuver.
Are you not paying attention, bro? Like, what are you doing, bro?
And swerved around the SUV.
I don't get it, bro.
Thankfully,
You
no contact was
tripping,
made.
man.
Our next submitter wasn't so lucky. Luke's Acura TLX was parked at a hotel when it was Honda bumped by a driver who'd been blocked in by a box truck. The Honda driver
Then they
pulled
gonna
out
pull
at an
off.
angle, clipping Luke's car.
Then they
After
gonna
pulling
pull off.
forward, he took a
Man, these
rubber
folks
at it,
crazy, man.
literally. He fled the scene of the accident. Sadly, neither Luke's dash cam nor the hotel cameras got a shot of his license plate. Luke made a police report anyway, so if you recognize this vehicle and its stickers,
He gonna
well,
pull off, man. It's funny as hell, bro.
Julianne was on her way to a
People love to hit you and run out, but they'll nick you and run out, but they'll.
restaurant with
crazy,
her
man.
boyfriend for dinner when they spotted an electrical transformer on fire. Suddenly, it exploded.
Oh, what? Electrical
The
what?
transformer exploded again, arcing all over the
Electrical
place before
transformer.
Julianne turned and drove away.
But
Thankfully,
you like some
firefighters
goddamn-
were right around the corner.
some
Julianne
firecrackers,
told us
bro.
she bought her dash cam when she discovered our channel after being involved in a hit and run.
Bruh, when you buy a dash cam, you open that junk up to your reality, bruh. You don't worry about nothing. Never mind, it's too much.
He was on his way home from work when a Buick driver cut around him by going straight from a right turn only lane, and Zach had to put his brake pedal to the floor to avoid hitting him.
I've seen this one happen so many
Suddenly,
times.
nearly caused Zach to be
Hey, bro, I
rear-ended by a
just-
Tahoe.
it is what it
Thankfully,
is, bro.
his
It's life,
Nissan
bro.
Leaf escaped unscathed.
I think that's what
Zach
it is
told
with
us
me,
he
bro.
loves all our channels.
I look at everything is what it is, bro. Oh, my bad. I look at everything like it is what it is, man. I don't really too much be caring, man.
Looking forward to someday driving an Aptera.
Nah,
Me too, bro.
caring
Me
for
too.
real, man.
Brendan was on his way to work when another driver cut out in front of him. When Brendan hit the brakes, he was rear-ended by a BMW driver who promptly drove around him and fled the scene. State troopers responded, as did Brendan's aunt and uncle who live nearby. Since the BMW driver was never
Man, that ain't bad, man. You could drive off with that.
Brendan's insurance provider is paying $6,500 US to fix his Chevy Malibu. Did we mention this happened on Brendan's birthday, which also happened to be Easter this year? Happy birthday, I guess. We didn't get you anything. Sorry.
But not sorry, but you trying to keep all them channel points to yourself, boy.
Okay, we had
last
a Tesla
video,
hitting
bro.
badly and a
I mean,
Honda
last-
run,
I said
but
last.
I feel
His
like we're
last video
forgetting
was-
something. Oh yeah, the cart demon. Jacob spotted it hunting in a Target parking lot one night, but thankfully it ran into a curb instead of his Jeep. That was a close one.
Bro, Target need to get their
Have any
cars.
close calls with the cart demon? Come share your stories in our Patreon.
End of the video, man. Hopefully y'all like the video, man. Americans, you can't drive. See y'all tomorrow.